What's up, y'all? Your Sweet Tea, aka the talented Sweet Tea. And today, you guys, I'm about to talk about the storm that's going on in Houston, Texas. And why? Because I noticed a couple of YouTubers that are from Houston, Texas, and they are having a hard time with the storm right now. And they did some videos about it. And who I'm making mention of is Damien Crier, Luv'd by Erica, and the Prince family. Yes, they are being affected by the storm at this time, and that's very unfortunate. But before I get into the story about this, I would just love to welcome you guys here. Glad to have you here. To my new subscribers, thank you for subscribing to my channel, helping me reach 1K. Yes. And to the new ones here, I would love for you to subscribe too, because I'm trying to grow my channel more and more and more. You feel me? But you know, like I said early on, it's your girl Sweet Tea, and I'm all about bringing you that juice, that sauce, tea, and a little bit more. All right, so also hit the bell notification button so you can be notified when I do what? Drop them bangers, and that's on everything. Okay, so yeah, let's get on with the story. Okay, so I saw that first I start with Luv'd by Erica and Damien Crier on a video saying that they were out of power. They didn't have no electricity, no lights and stuff. And they had Baby Crier and of course Luv'd by Erica's little boy there. And they were, it was very hard. Luv'd by Erica, she walked through the house showing how they didn't have no lights, and she clicked the light switch to prove that they didn't have no power. And they didn't like the situation. It had been going on for a few days or whatever without power, and it's very uncomfortable. And they snowed out for one thing. There's a lot of snow going on. So they got their vehicles, a couple of them in the garage and a couple of them outside. And they was thinking about driving over. I think they were going to go try to make it over to their Luv'd by Erica's mom. Something to that measure. And so after a while, they decided to light the fireplace up. And some fumes was like smoky fumes was coming from the fireplace, so they decided to pack it up. So they decided to I was just trying to check and see was my camera filming. That's why I paused for a minute. But they was trying to check and see if the breathing was safe around there, and they concluded that it was not safe for the baby, that inside the place smelled like smoke. And they were just going to take the baby away from that type of atmosphere. And I do agree with them. That was a wonderful choice that they made. We have to look out for them babies and them children and everything. So yeah, I've been seeing on the news anyways about Houston, Texas. I've been seeing like people talking about how bad it is up there right now with no electricity for so many days. And how is nothing to drink or nothing to eat. Stores are closed, and it was a lady, she was crying and stuff like that. The light keeps going in and out, you guys. Sorry about that. But she was crying and stuff, and just saying how miserable they are and that people are dying because they're freezing to death and all types of stuff. So then, for confirmation, here comes Luv'd by Erica and Damien. They're in the same city, so they telling their part what they're going through and how cold it is and how they're freezing inside the apartment and all of that. Okay, so next we have like the Prince. I saw their video wherein they're talking about how oh yeah, M and Vaughn. If y'all are familiar with M and Vaughn, they are their friends, and they are YouTubers. And M and Vaughn had such a bad situation where they were living that they had to leave their place and come and stay with the crier. I mean, the Prince family for a little while. So in their video, they come talking about how no, they show Em and Vaughn in the background, and they smile and say hi to the camera, and they were saying that they over here due to, you know, the snowstorm that's going on, and they say, man, y'all, you know, it's bad, it's real bad, you know, we going through it here with this snowstorm, um, the storm caught them off guard, wherein they hadn't stacked up on groceries. They didn't have a lot of things they needed to make it through the storm, and the power was off the way it was. And then they went out the house to show us how um, they had like a busted water pipe or something, and plus the water pipe. Yeah, so I think Vaughn is the guy, and M is the female. That's the Prince family's friends. So Vaughn and Damien, they went outside to go check on the pipe and stuff, and they showed the pipe, and all this water was spraying up from the pipe or whatever, and it was bad, boy. It was going all up in the air. It's a whole bunch of water, and it had a smell to it. Bianca, she ended up coming out there, and she said, oh, that it was smelling so loud. And she said, if we may have to, get out this house, take these kids away from this, circumstance that's going on. And, they were just saying it was ridiculous. And Damien ended up calling 911 or whatever, and they told him that he would have to go up in the attic or something just to turn off. Somebody he called, I think it was 911, or somebody, I'm not sure, but that they would have to go up in the attic to nip it in the bud to stop, what was going on with the busted pipe outside. So he went to looking up in the attic and was like, oh no, because it was a sign up there, a warning sign saying how dangerous it is to walk around up there in the attic, and how you can fall through, and all these different things that can go on. He was like, oh no, I'm not gonna be walking all up through here and all this. So ultimately, they, in the end run, 911, the fire people, the fire department or whatever, ended up coming out and assisting them in the matter. So, plus they had to go, before the fire department came out, they decided to go to the store and to their other house. Apparently they have another house, and everybody not able, to have a whole nother house. So they went to their other house, because the house that they currently were in, that they having all the problems in during the snowstorm, is a house that they recently had built up from the ground. So, and they was like in disbelief that anything would go wrong with this house right now, because it's brand new. They just had it built up from the ground, and it shouldn't be any problems at all. So he was speaking on that, like, I'm just so surprised that anything would be going on, because we just had this house built, you feel me? So anyway, they went over to the other house, and it was unlike the other house. So he was so excited with Vaughn showing off the food. And another thing, when they went to the gas station, they stacked up on snacks, and the total of snacks that they bought came out to $100 and some. And he was like, dang, can y'all believe it? We got to buy all these snacks, and I know y'all tripping on the fact that we buying these. Y'all, look at my big old teddy bear. I love this teddy bear. I am a teddy bear fanatic, honey. I love stuffed animals. I have a couple of more I'm going to show y'all. Then I get back to the story. Look, my monkeys. I just love stuffed animals. You feel me? So yeah, they was talking about the snack situation, about buying all those snacks and stuff, and how I need to stop putting my stuffed animals in the view, but whatever. Yeah, so they was like, but it's no food. So after they did the snacks and everything, that's when they went to the new house, and they discovered they had all that food, and they was looking at the dates on the food and all that, and they was so happy that some was in date and some was out of date, especially the food items that were in date, that was in their freezer, all kinds of little microwavable meals. But they took that food back home, and then they began to film again from home. saying that they back home and how blessed they were that they had them put that food away in the past over there in the other house. They was glad to have that food. It came in handy for times like this when the storm is going on, because they would have been messed up without that food. They had some cans of ravioli. They had a little bit of everything that they had brought back to the house to eat on, like a whole grocery supply. But anyway, that just goes to show, no matter how rich you are or whatever, no matter how wealthy you are, we're going to have some catastrophic events that just bring us down, that can even destroy all your treasures that you have on earth, that'll just completely destroyed and can leave you just as homeless as can be, you feel me, or messed up, you feel me, and just mess up your possessions. But that's why we shouldn't get too attached to what we have going on in our lives, the possessions that we have in our lives, because it could be taken away just like that, you feel me. And like I said, Houston is going through a whole lot right now. I mean, they snowed out, they're without power for days on end, and I can't imagine how that feels. And then you're freezing inside your place or whatever. The lady that I saw on the news, she was talking about her and her kids living in the car right now. They resorted to getting in their cars, and they didn't have enough blankets or nothing like that. So the kids are freezing to death. They're hungry. They don't have nothing to drink. And she said something about Houston is they purposely cut the power out to preserve power for the main headquarters or of the city, whatever, that they did the residents like this for for a reason, and it doesn't make any sense. She was just talking against the city and what the city. So yeah, my hearts go out to the people, what they're going to. It's a whole thing on the news about it. They're reporting on this situation in Houston and how people are in dire need of help and food and resources and all of this stuff. It's real bad over there in Houston right now. You feel me? So, and the Prince family, they are a part of it now, and the Cryer family, that Luv'd by Erica and Damien Cryer, they all are a part of it. I think even, I'm not sure, like I saw something about Damien's younger son, they are in the snow as well. Even though he don't live in the same area, a town that his father does, but I think it's snowing as well over there where he is as well. So yeah, it's a lot going on. But on my side of town where I live, I'm in Florida right now, and I feel blessed. We're not going through that right now, but I would hate to go through that. And where I live here in Florida, it don't even snow. So yeah, that's something I can't imagine or fathom what they are going through at this time. So yeah, I just thought I would come on camera and just share that with you guys about the Prince family, that they are going through it with the kids and themselves right now in their city, and the Cryer family as well, Luv'd by Erica. I think they went to a motel to stay in the end run. Yeah, because I ended up seeing a video with them in the motel or something. I know they were trying to make up their minds whether they were going to go to Luv'd by Erica's mom's house, because while she was filming and talking about how they in the dark over there, she called her mother up and let her know. It was either her mom or her, it looked like it was her older son's mom, something like that. I can't be specific, but if y'all want to see the specifics of everything, y'all know where to go to their channels and check it out. Okay, so yeah, and also just look at the news, what's going on in Houston, Texas, unless you already have looked at it. But isn't it it's a mess going on, y'all? You know what I'm saying? So they would need prayer and all that, and some resources and stuff like that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I hope you guys just enjoyed me coming to you talking about this situation. So be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification button for when I drop bangers, and that's on everything. And y'all be careful. If y'all are in Houston, Texas, my heart goes out to you. Know that it's going to get better, okay? And if you're in this situation, it may not be Houston, it might be a neighboring city or whatever. It's going to get better. Okay, y'all? Be blessed. It's your girl, Sweet Tea, and I'm out. Peace out.